if a website is blocked through the NCTE facilitation, you know the way they provide all of the access to the internet for your schools, you can apply, basically if you put in WordPress.com into your school right now, it won't be accessible. And a box will come up that says contact Bright Cloud, are the name of the company. And basically, it helps if it's the principal, but it doesn't really need to be, you know yourself. You can say, give yourself a title, ICT coordinator, facilitator, whatever. And if you give the reason why you need it unblocked rather.
I did, and my one and one other teacher's one were allowed when we specifically gave them. I contacted them a couple of times. They said in principle that they had a problem with it.
Okay. Well, certainly we didn't have that difficulty. I don't know. So I would contact the NCTE on that, and just to double check as to why yours wasn't, because ours is unblocked. And I know others. I was only up with another school in Curtilstown, Wicklow yesterday, and it's been unblocked, and it's grand. So I would press upon it, because there's no reason why it should be blocked still. Yeah, but it is brilliant, and do pursue that. Don't give up on WordPress, it is well worth it.
And my biggest concern is that a negative comment will come from a parent about a teacher, or from somebody else within the family about something that goes on in school. And once that comment is out there, I know we can delete it, but the comment is gone and it's out there and the damage is done, and you can't undo that damage, and that's what I would like to hear.
Well, I should have clarified as well in my presentation, we withhold all editorial rights on the blog. So that goes for content and comments. Every comment that is put in, if I had left that video run, it would have explained it better. Every comment that you put up, you would say, right, upload, and a line comes up saying, your comment is awaiting moderation. And no comment goes live without myself. It tends to be there's two of us really involved in it. I've roped some other poor unfortunate in. And we authorise all of the comments. Nothing goes live without our prior approval. No child has login details for the blog. They will never be able to press publish on the blog. We facilitate the space for it, and certainly they can say draft and keep something in a draft, but they cannot put anything live, nor can they authorise comments. So thankfully I could say it hasn't happened to us, but let's be honest, it will happen. You know, we are public, we're working with the public, people want their 2 cents, and it's again that commons culture that we're in. If you withhold all of the rights, if you hold all of the rights, nothing will go up without your prior approval. And we have again, if you want to talk about it later, we have a one strike and you're out policy. So if we can prove that a comment came from you, that's it, you're gone. And we have it's all built on trust. We will build the platform for you because we know you are going to adhere to these rules. If you choose not to, you're not going to be part of this process. So one strike, you're out.
A couple of quick points there, just based on things that were said. First up, one thing I didn't really cover at all in digital storytelling, because I avoided it completely because I knew Kira would be talking about it, is podcasting. Podcasting's phenomenal, and we use it in probably 60% of the work that we do. We use a lot with, particularly I work every year in Barcelona, and we do a creative English project, and podcasting is phenomenal because it's a great leveller. I've worked in Australia where with Indigenous cultures, where very often the written language is a real challenge, and podcasting is fantastic for that. An extension to that is internet radio, which is incredibly easy to do as well, and particularly with secondary schools, it's a very simple and effective way to engage. With all of the reasons and the safety valves and everything else that we're talking about there, the last point I have here is just in relation to policies. We're a private company, so we encourage secondary school students, particularly who want to engage with us via YouTube or via Facebook. We have a zero policy for no comments on YouTube. I just don't have them because so often they're disparaging or they're very negative, so there's none. And likewise with thumbs up or thumbs down, because that's not the... we made a decision very early on, and we talk about that in school when we're working with young people, is that you can like it, you can share it, but there's no need for comment because you can comment elsewhere.